This is the videotape deposition of Elliot Mintz in the matter of Damiano versus Sony Music and Bob Dylan. Counsel, please introduce yourselves and state your appearances.
Stephen Kramer for the plaintiff.
Orrin Snyder, and soon to be joined by Stephen Hayes for Sony Music Entertainment and Bob Dylan.
What is your profession, sir?
I'm a media consultant.
And how long have you been in that profession?
Since approximately, give or take, since 1975, 76. 20 years.
And how long has Mr. Dylan been your client, sir?
Since, I believe, October of 1986, approximately 10 years.
You've spoken with Mr. Damiano?
I have.
Okay. Have you ever lied to Mr. Damiano?
Yes.
And can you list for me the times that you lied to him?
First of all of my conversations with Mr. Damiano were telephonic. To the best of my knowledge, I've never met him. Many times, not many times, but on those occasions when he would ask me, could I pass on something to Mr. Dylan, I may have said to him, I'll try and pass it along, 4 words to that effect.
He just grabbed it out of his hand and started to read the song for him, and he was very impressed by the song. At least he seemed that way, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's very good." He loves it, and he will make sure he swore to us.
When you say he swore to us, did he use those words, I swear to you?
Oh, he promised. He promised us.
Mm-hmm. And did you...
I was totally convinced that he was going to give the songs to Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the Jones Beach concert, if we may, to the time when you offered the tickets to Mr. Damiano before the concert actually took place. Okay? During that point in time when you offered the tickets to him and before he actually went to the concert, did you ever say to him or suggest to him that maybe he should bring some of his songs with him?
No, I did not.
Do you deny saying that, or is it you just don't recall one way or the other?
I deny suggesting to Jim that he bring songs along with him. I did, however, concur with him when he asked me, do you think I should bring my songs with me? I said, sure, why not? What could it hurt?
More questions. Okay. So we can end the inconvenience for you. You said you met Mikey Harris through her son Duke.
No, I met Mikey Harris first at Tony Tiller's house at a party. That's when I met. No, I met Mikey Harris first at Tony Tiller's house at a party. That's when I met Mikey Harris.
Hello?
Mikey?
Yes?
Hi. How you doing?
Jim, how are you?
Things have been really happening. I want to get you the book, but it's just been so crazy.
That's okay.
You know Frank Rand from Epic Records?
I remember him, sure. Long time ago.
Let me ask you a question. Would you work with me as an artist if I was working with Frank Rand? And,
what's he doing now?
He's working with a record company. He's working with the heck's the name of the record company? It's WEA, W-E-A, but it was you know WEA, right?
Right.
Warner Electric and Atlantic. And he's working with. Did you ever hear of Eric Burden?
Pardon me?
Eric Burden and the Animals?
Yeah, a long time ago, yes.
Yeah, he's working, well, he just got done doing a project with Eric Burden, and I have a chance. Now, you know I'm a very easy artist to work with, right? I'm not hard to work with, right?
Well, I don't remember you being difficult to work with.
Jim handed the book, started to hand the book to him, and then someone else came over and took the lyric, whether it was a book or an envelope with the lyrics in it, took this package and walked towards the bus along with the other people, and they all got onto the bus, the door closed, and the bus drove away.
Sir, I want to turn now to this meeting that you said happened with Mr. Tiller. Do you remember when that occurred? Your statement says July of '87. Is that about when it happened?
Yeah, I believe so. For Anthony to come out, we sat there for a while. Jim had his lyrics books with him, one big thick book, and we were just sitting there for a while. Then Anthony came out. I remember him being in a suit, good-looking, like black man, gentleman, and he took us inside. Yes, and we went to his office. And we just sat down. It was like a big chair. One of these looked like a recliner kind of chair, but it was just a big chair that I was sitting in. And they were acting like they were good friends. I mean, talking, hugging, you know. And they read some of the lyrics. He had Jim's book in his desk, and he was reading through it. Jim was reporting.
Sir, I want to turn now to this meeting that you said happened with Mr. Tiller. Do you remember when that occurred? Your statement says July of '87. Is that about when it happened?
Yeah, I believe so. For Anthony to come out, we sat there for a while. Jim had his lyrics books with him, one big thick book, and we were just sitting there for a while. Then Anthony came out. I remember him being in a suit, good-looking, like black man, gentleman, and he took us inside. Yes, and we went to his office, and we just sat down. It was like a big chair. One of these looked like a recliner kind of chair, but it was just a big chair that I was sitting in. And they were acting like they were good friends. I mean, talking, hugging, you know. And they read some of the lyrics. He had Jim's book in his desk, and he was reading through it. Jim was pointing out certain lyrics to him, and they were talking and talking. Then we got into the conversation about recording this my cousin Joanne tape, and I just wanted to get some feedback from Anthony based on his position in this company, what he believes that anything could happen with this if we produce it. And the feedback I got is absolutely yes. That we got into the Bob Dylan.
That's not entirely accurate. He said he didn't have enough songs that he wanted to put on an album.
During the course of these telephone conversations, he would frequently ask me to pass along information, ask questions about Bob, or to Bob about him. And I, in fact, told him that I would, and that I did. And on those occasions, that, of course, was a mistruth.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all that comes to mind at the moment.
So that
And when I use the expression "pass along," that's a phrase that I use to suggest passing along information verbally. And when I use the expression "pass along," that's a phrase that I use to suggest passing along information verbally.
Does he read? Is he getting James Damiano's lyrics? And I remember the answer, yes. He's been reading his lyrics, and I even remember recalling Anthony bringing up Bruce Springsteen's name, and that was just like from nowhere. I never heard that before, but it just came up that James' lyrics was also given to Bruce Springsteen, which I knew who that was. And I remember leaving this meeting with a very good feeling. Okay, I was convinced by Anthony if I produce this record, if I pay for it, that it could end up being a very big hit.
Okay, sir. And that's basically what happened at the meeting?
That's basically it. I lived there with very good vibes.
And if you could tell us what the office looked like in a little more detail, were there records on the wall? Were there...
There were records in the lobby. I know that. Mm-hmm. There were a bunch of records in the lobby. I was only in that building that one.
Can you list for me, sir, what other songwriters, other than Mr. Damiano, whose material you had on any shelf in your office while employed either by CBS or Sony?
Songwriters. Do the Gershwins count?
Appreciation, anything.
Tokens of appreciation.
Or gifts, anything that you can think of.
None that I can recall, but if I did it as a friend to a friend, because I considered Jim a very good friend. And I occasionally give my friends things as my friends give me things.
Okay. And do you recall, let me try to refresh your recollection, if I may.
I deny suggesting to Jim that he bring songs along with him. I did, however, concur with him when he asked me, do you think I should bring my songs with me? I said, sure, why not? What could it hurt?
Are those the words you use? Sure, why not? What could it hurt?